Good morning. Happy Monday. It's been a minute since I saw y'all because we had the COVID. Even though we tried so hard, we for the 2 years when everything was crazy, didn't get nothing, or at least we did. If we did, we didn't know that we got anything. But I will tell you this: I learned some things, and it's everything. I look for the blessing now. I look for the blessing. So let's talk about that a little bit. So before we start, though, I want to say a few announcements because after you go through 2 weeks of like learning to surrender in a big way, and also as I shared in my email from last week, if you're not on the email list, make sure you go to the description. There's a link there for for joining the email list and all that kind of stuff. So I have a new domain. The Soul Coach Studio domain still works. It'll take you, I think it takes you to an under construction page right now. Right. And then I have manifestingwithmichelle.com is the new website, which I love it. It's so pretty. I'm going to be using the Soul Coach Studio website as a place to house my channeled artwork, which some of you know about, some of you don't. If you were in the light code class at the end of last year, you know what that is. I will be sharing that video soon once I have the new artwork pages up. Um, I still have all my stuff on Redbubble, so if you want to kind of look at that, that's cool. But the fact is that I'm not really Redbubble didn't have the energy I wanted, so I found a way to do it on my own. And plus, we get candles and artwork and all the things that I like to share with you to use the light code grids as either crystal grids, meditative focusing things, that kind of stuff. So the fact is that I found a better way to have those made and that artwork shared. And then that way you guys have manifesting meditative stuff. So as soon as that's ready, I will share it with you. Number two, but yeah, you can go and look at, oh, I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. And the reason I have my earbuds in is because the neighbor people are having some serious construction done and it's like lots of noise. But the fun thing is that they have this kind of mariachi music playing over there. It's really nice actually. And the guys, like, I don't know them, but like I'll be working and all my windows are open and I hear singing and it's delightful actually. But anyway, so manifestingwithmichelle.com is up. You can check things out there. And soulcoachstudio.com is also still working. So various ways to connect that are new. Second thing that's new, if you were on the email list last week, you know, but I have renamed the manifesting mentorship into co-creative life coaching. That's what it's called. It's a 6-month experience. You can break it up into 3-month chunks, but it's there. And I have 2 openings as of May. I've been taking curiosity calls for those who are interested in working together. So if that's you, there's a link in the description that the curiosity calls will be open till the 6th of May because starting the 9th, we're into Mercury retrograde energy, and I want to kind of have everybody squared away by the 6th. So if you're interested, I think there's openings on the 5th and the 6th for 30-minute chats if you're interested in working together. So that's number 2. And then I think the rest of it's in there. It's the book is on Amazon, the 7 Steps book. Some other stuff is kind of out there. But anyway, so let's get started really quick. So what I want to focus on today is surrender. We have a new moon happening at the end of the week. Eclipses are happening. I love Ann Ortley, so I've watched her stuff, and she was talking about, because again, I'm not an astrologer. I know just enough to be dangerous, but new moons are all about new beginnings. And what she was sharing was because of the way this one falls, and then the eclipse the very next day, or I think the same day, um, there's a lot of energy around, setting intentions, letting go of the stuff that we release in the full moon, right? Because that was last week or the week before. And then this new moon energy that's coming up. So, what I would love to see you start thinking about are, what do I want to do? And I believe it's in Taurus. So, it's all earth energy. It's like kind of, how do I want to take myself forward in the earth energy way, which is the manifesting into the stuff. What am I going to do with all the stuff that I manifested moving forward? So that's something to work on. Um, And then the eclipse stuff is gonna amplify that. It's a partial, I believe. Anyway, but that's at the end of the week. So you might want to check out her video when you get a chance, not just now, but when you get a chance. But I do want to talk about it's really weird because the energy for this week, and I think I'm being called to share this with you because this week is going to be really up and down emotionally for folks. But because we're starting to really move into more and more deeply the stuff that the universe is telling us to do. And it's challenging for us to step into that role sometimes and it's interesting because I've had several folks say to me, I'm a little afraid of what I know I need to become so that I can be that person that I'm called to be. And I think this week is going to be kind of wobbly around that because of as we move into eclipse season, the and the Mercury retrograde is happening, Pluto retrograde I think is happening. Like there's a lot of shit going on that we're going to see that if we don't really kind of say, you know what, I'm just going to surrender to this idea of who I need to be to move into this new phase and new version of what I want and who I want to be. Because if I resist at all, it's going to be really challenging over the next couple of months into July. So, with that in mind, I want to share with you some stuff that came through for me when we were dealing with COVID. Because there's the muggle stuff where, as soon as the man came home from his business trip, and he kind of started off with, "Gosh, I feel like I'm getting old. Traveling's really tiring for me." Come to find out, he ended up with COVID. His entire circle of traveling buddies that he was with for this business trip, everybody tested positive. So he had really the worst of the health stuff, and I had more of like the brain fog, which is just terrible, and more of the fatigue and some on and off fever throughout. We're good now, by the way. We're totally good now. We're outside of our quarantine zone. We're feeling good. But what it really emphasized, and I don't know about y'all, but I was at the beginning of the year, you know how we all pick words and stuff. My phrase was slow down or slowing down because I am so I was programmed a long time ago to GSD everything. And then I chose a profession that was all about perfectionism and getting shit done in the muggle world. Because I was in contract law and corporate. And and I thought I had slowed down. But let me tell you something. Getting sick in that manner was really it was like that Gabby Bernstein quote about when you think you've totally surrendered, you go ahead and surrender some more because you're just thinking you did. And I had to tell you, it was the same thing for me. It was so like the first couple of days I was making because I was like, I know it's coming. I know it's coming because he got sick and I thought, well, I'm probably going to get it. So I was like cooking and making chicken soup and doing all the things and getting the house like transitioned from regular everyday life to like ordering masks and wipes and all the things you do, and then shoving him in a room and doing all the things. And then all of a sudden, bam, you hit a wall. And it was so strange for me because, like I said, I am still kind of very get stuff done. But right now, even now, like I'm feeling the transition of energies. So I don't know if y'all are feeling that too, but it almost was like my own little bubble to transition my energy from that last bastion of clinging to this idea of I have to do stuff on time. Like even today, like I didn't post I was going to go live. I because I kind of was like, you know what? If I have to post and be like, "Hey, I'm going to be there at 11," and then I feel guilty and I'm rushing to get there. So I get there at 11:30. Who gives a shit? I'm here, right? And that's kind of where I'm at, where it felt better to just kind of go with the flow. And that was something that I learned. So that's blessing number one, really like surrendering to the flow because that's really all we have, right? So, secondly, the other thing that kind of leads into is letting go of this whole space and time. Now, granted, yes, folks who have a job where they have to answer for days and times and show up certain places, like I have appointments, I have clients and we have appointment times, and this is a common lexicon that we kind of hang out in. So I know when I'm supposed to show up. That's not exactly what I mean, but when I talk about letting go of time and space, it it really kind of helped me. Ooh, I got a sneeze coming, y'all. It's the allergies. Muggle stuff. Sorry. Ooh, sorry guys. Isn't that delightful? Welcome to Nashville. Um, Letting go of time and space. It's almost like giving myself permission to show up the when and where I can, when I'm not committed and said to someone, I will meet you here at this time on this day. But in general, even with that, it's like, okay, well, I said that. So let's be still fluid with the rest of the day and fluid with what we're going to do. Um, that is really interesting too. And there was a lot of with the time and space thing. One of the things that I started doing that was really helpful was cutting cords and calling back my soul pieces across space, time, dimension, direction. That was another thing that helped me kind of with the mindset as I moved through the whole COVID thing. Um, and then that last thing was releasing the have to. And it's totally doable because I was scared. I mean, I'm gonna be transparent, y'all. I was so scared. I'm like, what if I go down? If I'm out for the count, how can I run a business? Because I think we all know in the muggle world, like in the 3D world, we're thinking to ourselves, if I don't go, especially if you're a solopreneur, if I don't go to work, I don't earn. If I don't earn, I can't pay my mortgage, my light bill, my all the muggle things, right? That we've chosen to experience. Um, but the funny thing was that I just kinda let the have-tos go, and I just flowed, and I didn't lose anything. That was the cool part. I just said to I kind of went to the universe and I said, "You know, I gotta take care of me. So if I'm taking care of me and I'm stepping to the plate of taking care of me, law of compensation says that you will be there for me. So I'm going to do my self-care thing because that's what apparently you're telling me, knocking my ass over and the man's ass over with this COVID business. That you're going to compensate me and it's all going to be okay. Y'all, it was. Like there were times when I did have to make keep my appointments, and I think there was one appointment that I did shift, and my client was super understanding. And then I did, like, as I was getting better, I took more clients back into the schedule and some new people that wanted to chat. So, and everything just flowed. Everything flowed and nothing stopped, nothing got lost. It all just felt so much better. And so, those are the three things I'm going to take with me that were opportunities to learn and opportunities for blessing that I'm gonna take with me as I exit this whole, like, little 2-week bubble, and it feels so much better. So, sharing the fact that when you can still manifest stuff that is what you want, as long as you're focusing on the stuff that's the blessing. If we sit in COVID and we sit in our shit and we sit around and look around and go, "Oh my gosh, there's so much shit here," as opposed to looking and saying, "Okay, where's the sparkle here? What is my opportunity? What is my invitation in this mess?" Um, so that I can step further towards the version of me that I want to show up in the world, the version of me that attracts and manifests the things that I want. And for me, and maybe for you if you're watching this, it's really learning to surrender and let go and being okay with that. It's really learning to let go of that space and time. Yes, we are participating in the human experience, which means sometimes we got to keep a calendar and get the things done that we need to get done in the 3D. But weaving that together with this kind of fluid flow that supports maybe for us actually gardening. It was so strange. I have never been a gardener, and we kind of took our I think our second day out of quarantine was to the Home Depot to buy some flowers and veggies and things of this nature and dirt and like a bunch of stuff. And then on my breaks between clients that day, it was like I was out gardening and the man was out gardening. It was so weird because that was not who we are, but now it is because we felt so much more fluid and connective and it was so peaceful. And it was so much more, I'm just going to do this in the moment because it feels good. That letting go thing is so important. The surrender to just saying yes to the invitation of peace and ease and grace. I think that's the biggest thing. And then releasing this have to notion. Yes, I have a to do list because there are things that, yes, I do want to get done. There are goals I want to move towards in this 3D kind of world because kind of transitioning back and forth. between that 5D plus. Um, there's folks that, part of my work is, okay, we're in the 3D, let's kind of hang out and let's move ourselves closer and closer to that 5D where you have instant manifestation kind of stuff. So, what I'm trying to say is this was such a positive experience for all this shit. I mean, there was a lot of phlegm and grossness, let's be honest. I mean, and anti-back wipes. But when I look back on it, the person I was literally less like 2, 3 weeks ago is not the person I am now. Like, I'm even feeling very lightheaded because I'm sharing the channeled messages to you that are woven into this. Like, here's the thing: time to let go, time to slow down, time and space. Although, yes, ooh, ooh, sorry guys, allergy season sucks here. Anyway, lovely live stream. Um, the whole like surrender, slow down, let go of the have tos, allow yourself to be fluid in those moments and present in those moments of fluid time and space. That's the stuff that really has helped me kind of release a lot of crap. So I'm going to encourage you to do the same thing. Now, I will say this. This is probably going to be my last like live stream that's going to be called like weekly energy report, because I've been guided for quite some time to shift over into more of like the whole, I'm going to reclaim the messy bun manifesting thing. So that means I'll probably either go live or I will make a video when I can't. But under that, guys. So it's much more manifesting focus, since that's my jam. And I do love my cards. And yes, we will still be doing New Year's readings at the end of the year, every year, because that's fun. But we're going to be switching more towards the Manifesting with Michelle, manifesting Messy Bun Monday kind of thing, because I think that's really important, especially now. And be on the lookout on the newsletter. I have not solidified this yet, but I think because as we move into this whole thing, this whole energy with the eclipses and the retrogrades and all this stuff, there was talk about energy of, again, setting forth and reclaiming value. So if you are a member of the co-creative life coaching / manifesting membership kind of thing, or manifesting, sorry, mentorship, that if you're a private client there, this will be free to you. But we're going to run the Reconnect, Align, and Manifest workshop again. And that will, if you're not a private client, it will have a little bit of a fee because Zoom is charging everybody now. So if they charge me, I gotta charge you. I can't do everything for free because mama's got to pay a light bill in this 3D world. But I think that doing a values workshop like that to connect your soul values to your 3D values so you can manifest from that anchored space is really important, because a lot of the astrology is pointing to energy of, again, reclaiming your value, rediscussing it. So if you are a private client, that's free for you. If you're not a private client, it will be a small little fee. But other than that, let me pull some cards based around the idea of, what do you need to know to support you in letting go of the have tos, being more fluid and flowy in how you run your day, and saying yes to, say, like, if intuition says, you know what, maybe you just need to go read a book right now, instead of being like, oh, I got a sink full of dishes, say yes to the invitation. So what, you know, what could help you to slow down? So I'm gonna, oh, here we go. Yay. Oh, fucking hate the spider card, y'all. You know I'm not big on that. Ooh, but I got otter card, and that's cool. We got one more. Okay. Funny, funny, funny. You guys are so funny. I haven't pulled cards in forever, and y'all send me this one. So we have spider coming in as the answer, which is make your dreams real. So kind of coming into the understanding of thoughts become things, right? And so where is our mindset right now? Are we working on our dreams? It's time to really focus your energy, because energy flows where focus goes. So if you can focus it and be very intentional about what it is that you want, what you want to be doing, this is the time to get that going, because the manifestation energy is going to be really good. Um, probably like new moon and the eclipse stuff, this is the time to kind of really say you're going to get like a little, wily coyote jetpack, but without the accident prone stuff at the end, but will help you move forward towards that which you want. And you have that power to weave those dreams into a reality right now. And the helper cards are you're never alone. Isn't that sweet little otter card? They're so adorable. You are never alone. Remember, spirit, God, whatever, source energy, universal energy, it's all interchangeable verbiage. But the thing is that you're never alone because you're an extension of source energy, which means source is right there for you. And if I'm source energy and you're source energy and everybody else in the world is source energy, we all may feel like we are separate, but we are never alone because we're all one as well. So whether you're looking for your tribe, whether you are surrounded by like-hearted folks, the fact whether you are turning to your angels, your spirit team, your muggle team, whatever it is, your 3D team, whatever it is, remember you're not alone. You have people in your corner, whether they be people on the 3D plane or people in spirit plane, okay, that are going to help you make these dreams come true. And source is always there. And here's funny. This is so for me. So bring a gentle touch. Here's the dear spirit, right? Is our third card, which is the helper card, to be part of that, make those dreams real. Making the dreams real, this card is saying, remember, when they're upside down, it's either I didn't know that, I forgot that I knew that, or I don't wanna. I think this is more of I forgot that I knew that. Because whew, because the GSD that's going on, we are so programmed to just get to done. So when I say stuff like go out and manifest or have a good manifesting day, it's like you feel like you're supposed to go do something because that is our way of training in the 3D. We got to go do. But you're a human being. You're not a human doing. So bringing a gentle touch means I don't really have to do anything. If thoughts become things, the only thing I really have to do is manage this and embody here. That's it. It's not I gotta go build something. I gotta go do this, that. Chop wood, carry water, yes, but rest and surrender is the message for this week. And the way to do that is to slow down, bring a gentle touch. Remember, it is in the slowing down. Never once, I guarantee you, think about when the best things have ever happened to you. Have you been pushing? No. Usually, what happens is you get exhausted from pushing, you go to sleep and take a nap, and when you wake up, this a miracle shows up without you having to do shit except say yes to it. So, if you can bring a gentle touch and skip all of the work and the stuff that's exhausting because you feel like you're pushing a boulder up the hill, wouldn't that be like better to just skip to the sundae with the cherry on top versus like having to do all the work to like, make the ice cream? Yeah. So bring a gentle touch. So here's the thing. Our message for this week, on top of the whole like surrender, let it go, just have to's are really in the mind. If you can sit down and then be playful with yourself and say, you know, I want to see where my miracles are and I want to make my dreams come true. So we have Spider saying, yes, you can weave these dreams into being. This is totally your thing. And the reason you can do it is because you are one with source energy. In fact, you're extension of source energy. You beautiful divine beings, you. You got this. You're not alone. You don't have to do this. You don't have to give lip service to the universe about how great they are and how you like have all your crystals and shit. And then you put them aside, compartmentalize, and try to do everything in the 3D and force something to happen. No, this is co creative. Co creative means you work in partnership with spirit. That's kind of how it works. And they have a job description, and you have a job description. And theirs is the where, when, and how, and yours is the what, why, and inspired action. That's it. But understand that you're working together to weave the dreams. And part of that work, and it is work, because I know I've prescribed to my people to have do nothing days, me responsibility days. I've tried it, like I've told others. My first try, I would have given myself a 58%. I would have failed miserably. But the second day I did better and I got somewhere in the 70%. So understand that bringing the gentle touch is the release, it's the surrender so that the universe can do the work, do its job. Once you lay down what you want and you've done your job, let it do its job by being gentle. Oops, that way. Okay. That's this week. I hope was helpful. I will be sharing this replay. It's on YouTube, obviously, but in the newsletter. So I hope if you don't have the newsletter, you can sign up below. Again, if you're interested in private coaching with me, private co-creative life coaching with me, I have opened up some curiosity sessions between now and May 6th. I think there's only 2 days of sessions left, and there's only, I think so that means like four slots. So if you want to go ahead and book that, you're more than welcome to. I look forward to seeing you. Um, and give yourself some space this week. It's going to be kind of an emotional up and down because we got like the moon energy building, the eclipse energy building. Just know that stuff doesn't go haywire because you slow down. In fact, when you release any resistance, it allows more of the stuff you want to attract and co create with Source to come in. Okay. So have a lovely week. And I will see you next week. It will be maybe a new little format. It might be just a video. I don't know yet. I'm going to see what Spirit tells me. I'm going to go with the flow and see what happens. But there will be a YouTube presence. Don't worry. I will be here for you. And until next time, I will see you in the vortex. And by the way, hi, Katie. I see you posting saying hello, hello, hello. So hello. And I'll see you then. Okay. Love you so much. Mwah. See you soon. Bye-bye.